So what will happen if you regulate rents? You will pay rent 300,000. You pay service charge 700. Because what will happen is you will kill the industry. So there will be fewer people going into property development, which will further increase the scarcity because now there are less houses. Now the houses that now exist, since you say rent is 400, you will now be paying bribe of 700 on the side to rent your 400 naira house.
What do you think is what's responsible for making Yaba, Surulere and its environs as expensive as almost Lekki at the time?
There's also like talk about that, right? What's the difference between Yaba, Surulere and Lekki? It's usually like hype.
In quotes.
In quote, yeah, it's hype. It's actually marketing. That's the major difference. Like, who are the kind of people staying in Lekki? Like the way people condescend to mainland there. You would think it's a different country.
I said it.
I was so the other day, I was like, oh, you're on the mainland, she's not coming. I'm like, man, it's not another country. It's like a 5 minutes drive, especially if you are staying in where can be called Island. Like Yaba now is maybe 15-20 minutes to VI, Ikoyi, and Lekki Phase 1. Now, if you know what's funny, it will take someone less time to move from Yaba to Lekki, VI, and Ikoyi. That's all from Aja.
I know where it's going. I know you go there.
Someone from Aja to come to the same Lekki, VI. And then you see the Aja person condescending to the mainland. And it's funny because guess what? Rent is cheaper there than here.
There was this time I saw this news about Lagos State government about an implementation on putting the price on people's houses. It was about to be passed then when they were saying stuff about how they're going to make landlords pay or collect an amount of money from tenants.
Okay, like regulate rent.
Yeah, regulate rent and all of that. Now, I saw a tweet that you made about it. Now, did you think that was a possible, was it attainable, was it sustainable?
It's not, right? Because Lagos State is trying. Yeah. Right? They at least one thing I can give them credit for is they've acknowledged there's an accommodation crisis in the States. It's real. Like a lot of people are looking for houses and there are houses. But the issue is regulation cannot help it in that format. So what will happen if you regulate rents? You will pay rent 300,000. You pay service charge 700. Because what will happen is you will kill the industry. So there will be fewer people going into property development, which will further increase the scarcity because now there are less houses. Now, the houses that now exist, since you say rent is 400, you will now be paying bribe of 700 on the side to rent your 400 naira house. And if you don't want, the landlord will not give you a house. People will become more desperate.
You almost pay the same thing.
You pay more. Prices will go up because the industry would reduce. What I think would be a better solution is, one is make building houses a lot easier. So, registration of property permits 1 month. In fact, mandate it. You can get a permit within a month so you can start building. Create a fund. Instead of spending money trying to create a fund, a billion naira fund or 2 billion naira fund, and allow developers to apply for it. They will pay back with interest. So you fund more construction, fund more houses. You cannot beat scarcity with regulation. If any time anybody at government has ever tried it, it doesn't work out. You beat scarcity with more supply. Once there is more supply of houses, prices will be a lot more stable. Yeah. If you've looked for a house, you will know that house no deal. That is the fundamental problem. There are no houses. Even if you have $1 million in your account, how many houses will you see?
You'll still look for houses.
You will still see houses. In fact, you'll be subjected to stay in houses that you don't even like because you don't have option. So that is the best approach to solve it. And that's what we were trying to do. One of our goals now is to get to 100,000 units within 5 years. It's very difficult, but I think if we are able to achieve that, we would significantly affect the industry and create more supply in housing, especially for like studio and one bed, which is where we have a lot more scarcity on.
That's true. Finally, just before we leave this place, the price of Lagos apartments is quite alarming lately. You see an apartment for like 3 million on the island. Come to the mainland, which ought to be cheaper. Yaba Surulere is taking it. What do you think is what's responsible for making Yaba Surulere and its environs as expensive as almost Lekki at the time?
There's also like talk about that, right? What's the difference between Yaba, Surulere, and Lekki? It's usually like hype.
In quotes.
In quotes, yeah, it's hype. It's actually marketing. That's the major difference. Like, who are the kind of people staying in Lekki? Like the way people condescend to mainland there. you will think it's a different country.
I said it was.
I was saying so the other day, and I was like, oh, you're on the mainland, she's not coming. I'm like, my nigga, it's not another country. It's like a 5 minutes drive, especially if you are staying in where can be called island. Like Yaba now is maybe 15-20 minutes to VI, Ikoyi, and Lekki Phase 1. Now, if you know what's funny, it would take someone less time to move from Yaba to Lekki, VI, and Ikoyi. That's someone from Aja.
I know where it's going. I know you go there.
Someone from Aja to come to the same Lekki, VI. And then you see the Aja person condescending to the mainland. And it's funny because guess what? Rent is cheaper there than here.
Yes.
Yeah, rent is cheaper there. When I found out, I was surprised. But the main thing now is not even look at facilities. One of the reasons I had issues moving to the island personally was I've gone there for events or one thing or the other. Jesus Christ, the traffic. One day I was driving, it was within a street in Lekki Phase 1. I was thinking that, what if this person wants to go and buy something from a store? Is this the traffic you are going to face? Just to go and buy something from a store. Like, you'll be in traffic for like 40 minutes. So, objectively, I genuinely think Surulere and Yaba are better. But I understand why Lekki will sell more. Because they have better infrastructure, better houses in terms of like estates. There are more estates here. We are still trying to transform it. And I think if more developers come here, we can quickly transform it and make it look very good that it will compete with them. But here, we have clean water. Let me talk about that. We have very clean water. Maybe I should open up the tap. Clean, like direct. It doesn't. The road don't flood though. Do you know what that feels like? I'm not sure some of our viewers have experienced driving in the road that is not flooded. So we objectively have better. And then let me say one thing about Yaba and Surulere, particularly both of them. They are very central. From Yaba, if you are going to Ikeja, where the airport is, very easy. If you are going to the island, very easy. Anywhere you are going to, you are in the best location to go to anywhere in Lagos. Ibeju Lekki, what are you going there to do? That's the big question. Why are you going there? What is attractive on that side? I don't know shade to Ibeju. No, you shade yourself. No way. Is that where you stay? No wonder I always come late.
Guys, thank you very much.
It's like that. So Yaba is good. So I think Yaba has a lot of potentials. A lot.
Let me reiterate what you just said. In case it's not two of us. Bright said Yaba and Surulere is better than Lekki. So Lekki, hear what he said.
I think I understand why he called me controversial.
They'll put his page under this video. Go and search for his Twitter.
No. No, follow me on Twitter. I said what I said.
I swear.
Except the things that I don't say again. I do not say those ones. So if you drag me, I can deny any of those tweets at any time. But I said what I said.
Let's go. Okwe said, okay, I just remember Okwe said you celebrate your birthday twice in a year. Why?
It's more than twice.
Why? How do you celebrate birthday?
I feel like there are two sides to the story. First off, I don't buy that story, right? So I was not there, and they said I was born August 28th. There's no way I can verify. So there might be a mistake somewhere. So there's a part, I don't believe it 100%.
It's what I said.
I see, no. Let me say, I don't believe everything 100%. There might be a mistake, who knows? Like my dad now, he doesn't know his birthday. So he just picked the day himself, and then that's his birthday. And guess what? That's all we are all following. Because those days, they were not really keeping track of time like that. So they don't know if it's June 28th or June 30. So he picked his birthday, and that's it. Till today, we are celebrating him on that day. So I'm thinking, what if they made a mistake during mine, and now I have to run? So I generally celebrate my birthday when I feel like it. So it can be today, it can be tomorrow. I'll just go and buy cake, I'll celebrate myself. Also, you have to celebrate yourself often. Celebrate yourself as often as you can. It's very important. I think I'm going to get all the controversy you're talking about.
I told you guys. But before we go, please, can I get by account and can I get by your bar and paper, please? Well, this is the last one. I want us to recreate what Bill Gates did on an interview. That's what they told us. So I want to do it too. Please,
can I check?
Can I? Wait, I'm not saying it. Bring by your first.
Go collect.
I give option. Come. Since all that, I'll just sack you. You don't know anything. Come here. I'm giving you free as you are doing it. I'll go and sit down, my friends. So So right.
Uh,
The girl was asked one day, they said, how did you feel when you first made your $1 million? And then he now said he cannot remember. He now said, however, they should give him Bible and paper. He now wrote check of $1 million. He now tore it and gave the guy. The guy now went mad. Then I came back and I said that was how I felt.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know, right?
You go 5 Bill Gates with that.
I'm
not made $1 million.
I'm not saying she do anything. I'm just saying,
okay.
How did you feel when you first made 50,000 naira?
50,000 naira.
Yes, because you showed your first one was 10,000.
Was 10,000 was fun, but 50,000 I didn't notice it. But I noticed first million. First million was interesting. It was not the first million part, it was the first million. I think there was one time, so one of our mentors then, he posted on his status, we just made $1 million this week. Was like bragging about it. And then me and Adgu were watching his status, like, wow, $1 million in a week. That's a lot of money. We were very fascinated by it. And we could not wait to make $1 million in a week. Then, like a couple of months later, or maybe a year plus later, we made $1 million in a week. That one I noticed it and I was very proud. I was very proud of it. Very proud.
So you can remember?
I can remember. That felt nice.
So you
but the money I did not stitch up inside. So you know.
You will not write anything. That's it.
I know they write she. Even we know they share money for you.
Please, people should bring at the go on set next time so that it can drop. But anyways,
bring accountant on set is the one you can write check.
It's not porridge you're doing. Jam and porridge. It's not jam and porridge you buy for us. Only jam and porridge. Nothing else. I don't want to see for myself. But anyways, guys, thank you for joining me. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, nice.
It was very nice to introduce. You guys have learned a thing or two about, right? On the next episode, you probably get to see more questions. But in the meantime, come to this comment section, drop your thoughts, your questions, and I'm sure you will be so glad to answer them.